Have you ever noticed how some women can walk into a room and make every man stop, stare, and wonder what's going through her mind? It's not magic, it's not luck, and it's definitely not just about looks. There's a hidden science behind attraction, and today I'm going to reveal 7 powerful flirting tricks older women use to captivate younger men, backed by psychology. When it comes to attraction, the first thing most people notice is not necessarily your physical appearance, but the energy you carry into a room. For older women, confidence is a game changer. It's an energy that can make a simple glance feel magnetic, a smile feel captivating, and a conversation feel unforgettable. Confidence isn't about being loud or dominating a space. It's about owning who you are in every moment. Younger men are particularly sensitive to this because confidence signals experience, self-awareness, and emotional stability. When a woman walks into a room and moves with assurance, it triggers a subtle psychological response. The human brain is wired to notice cues that indicate strength and security, and these cues can be far more compelling than physical features alone. Confidence also creates a sense of comfort. A younger man may feel uncertain about what he wants or how to act in certain social situations. When an older woman exudes self-assurance, it provides a sort of emotional anchor. He senses that she knows herself and her desires, and this clarity is incredibly attractive. It reduces the pressure on him to perform or prove himself, which often creates a relaxed and playful dynamic between them. This is why confidence is so much more effective than relying solely on beauty or youth. It taps directly into the subconscious, shaping perceptions without a single word. Another aspect of confidence is authenticity. Younger men are quick to detect when someone is trying too hard, whether it's in appearance, conversation, or behavior. Older women who are confident don't feel the need to exaggerate or manipulate. They are comfortable with who they are, and this authenticity creates trust. It sends a message that she values herself and her time, and that in turn makes him value her more. Psychologically, people are drawn to those who are secure in themselves because it reduces uncertainty. There's no guessing game about what she wants or how she feels, which makes interactions smoother and more enjoyable. Confidence also allows older women to set boundaries effortlessly. When someone knows their worth, they can attract attention without tolerating disrespect. Younger men find this irresistible because it signals strength without aggression, allure without desperation. It's a subtle form of power that operates beneath the surface. In the mind of a younger man, a confident woman becomes a challenge he respects, not a prize he can easily win. This dynamic creates intrigue and stimulates the desire to engage, not through manipulation, but through admiration and curiosity. Interestingly, confidence is contagious. When an older woman carries herself with self-assurance, it can boost the self-esteem of those around her. Younger men often feel inspired to step up their own game when they encounter someone who radiates certainty and poise. This isn't about making them feel inferior, it's about creating an environment where attraction and excitement naturally flourish. Confidence communicates that life is abundant and enjoyable, and it encourages others to participate in that energy. Finally, it's important to note that confidence isn't a fixed trait, it's a practice. It comes from self-reflection, embracing life experiences, and acknowledging one's strengths and weaknesses. Older women who develop this inner confidence carry an invisible charm that younger men cannot ignore. It's magnetic because it's real, grounded, and consistent. The subtle power of confidence over appearance lies in its ability to connect at a psychological level, shaping perceptions, fostering attraction, and leaving a lasting impression long after the first encounter. Playful teasing is one of the most subtle yet powerful ways older women attract younger men, and it works because it engages both the mind and the emotions simultaneously. It's not about mocking or belittling someone, it's about creating a dynamic that is fun, flirtatious, and memorable. The human brain responds strongly to novelty and unpredictability, and playful teasing introduces both in a way that feels safe and enjoyable. When an older woman teases a younger man in a light-hearted manner, she triggers a sense of excitement and anticipation. It makes the the interaction feel like a game, and games, psychologically, are inherently stimulating. They activate the reward centers in the brain, releasing dopamine and creating pleasurable associations with the person initiating the tease. This is why a well-timed joke, a clever comment, or a gentle challenge can make her presence unforgettable. The key to playful teasing lies in balance. Too much, and it can feel hostile or critical. Too little, and it may be unnoticed. Older women who master this art know how to read social cues and respond in a way that is engaging without crossing boundaries. By teasing, she communicates confidence and intelligence. It shows she is comfortable enough in herself to playfully challenge someone without needing to control or dominate the conversation. This confidence is particularly magnetic to younger men because it creates intrigue. He is drawn to the unpredictability, wondering what she will say or do next, which keeps his attention focused entirely on her. Playful teasing also builds emotional intimacy in a unique way. When a younger man responds to a tease, whether by laughing, counter-teasing, or playfully defending himself, he is participating in a shared experience. This interaction strengthens the bond between them. The back and forth creates a rhythm that mimics social and romantic courtship patterns, making the exchange feel natural and effortless. Psychologically, humans are wired to enjoy interactions that involve reciprocity, humor, and slight challenges. Each successful exchange reinforces the sense of connection and increases attraction. Another reason playful teasing works is that it showcases a woman's emotional intelligence. By teasing someone subtly, she demonstrates that she can read moods, gauge comfort levels, and respond in ways that are engaging but never harmful. Emotional intelligence is inherently attractive because it signals maturity, empathy, and social skill. Younger men, especially those who are still exploring social dynamics, find this combination of intelligence, wit, and fun incredibly alluring. They are drawn to women who make them feel alive, challenged, and understood at the same time. The physical aspect of teasing also matters. When a woman teases while maintaining eye contact, smiling, or leaning in slightly, it amplifies the attraction. These cues communicate warmth and interest while keeping the interaction playful. It's a dance between verbal and non-verbal communication, where each movement reinforces the underlying chemistry. Younger men are highly sensitive to these subtle signals, often more than they consciously realize. Finally, playful teasing leaves a lasting impression because it creates memorable moments. People remember how interactions made them feel far more than the exact words exchanged. By making someone laugh, feel challenged, or experience a spark of curiosity, older women ingrain themselves in a younger man's mind. This method works on a deep psychological level, combining pleasure, intrigue, and connection, which is far more effective than direct or overt attempts at attraction. Active listening and validation are incredibly powerful tools that older women use to attract younger men, and they work on a deeply psychological level. It goes far beyond simply hearing words. It's about truly understanding and responding to what someone is feeling. When a woman actively listens, she creates a space where the younger man feels seen, acknowledged, and valued. This alone can be magnetic because most interactions in modern life are rushed or superficial. Younger men are often surrounded by peers or social environments where they feel they must perform, impress, or compete. When an older woman genuinely listens and validates their thoughts or emotions, it offers relief and a rare sense of connection. The brain recognizes this as a reward, releasing chemicals like oxytocin that foster trust and attachment, which are key drivers of attraction. Active listening requires presence. It means putting away distractions, making eye contact, and responding in ways that demonstrate understanding. When a woman nods, paraphrases what has been said, or asks thoughtful follow-up questions, it signals that she values the conversation and the person speaking. This creates a sense of emotional safety, which is particularly appealing to younger men who may still be learning how to navigate relationships. when they feel safe and understood, they are more likely to open up, share personal stories, and engage on a deeper level. This level of intimacy, established through listening, is far more compelling than flirtation alone because it taps into the human need for connection. Validation is the natural complement to active listening. It is the ability to acknowledge someone's emotions or experiences without judgment. When a younger man expresses his thoughts or frustrations, an older woman who validates those feelings communicates empathy and understanding. She doesn't need to agree with every point. She simply reflects that his feelings are reasonable and worth considering. This sends a powerful message. You matter, your experiences matter, and you are understood. Psychologically, this resonates because humans are wired to seek affirmation from those they find attractive or trustworthy. Validation, combined with genuine curiosity, creates a feedback loop that strengthens emotional bonds and heightens attraction. Another reason active listening and validation are so effective is that they create a sense of rarity. Many women may flirt or engage superficially, but few take the time to genuinely listen and understand a younger man's perspective. Older women who master this skill stand out because they demonstrate maturity and emotional intelligence. They are signaling that they are interested in more than just appearances. They are interested in connection, in conversation, and in understanding who he is at his core. This depth of engagement is particularly appealing to younger men who are seeking guidance, insight, or simply someone who makes them feel truly acknowledged. Active listening and validation also subtly empower the younger man. By allowing him to express himself fully, she gives him space to feel competent, articulate, and valued. This builds his self-esteem, and in turn, he associates those positive feelings with her presence. Over time, this creates a pattern of emotional reinforcement that draws him closer. The more he feels understood, the more he seeks her attention, not because she demands it, but because she has created a sense of emotional resonance that is rare and deeply satisfying. Finally, these skills create long-lasting impressions. A younger man may forget the exact words of a flirtatious comment, but he will remember how he felt when someone truly listened to him. The combination of presence, empathy, and validation is unforgettable because it touches the emotional core. Older women who use these techniques effectively cultivate relationships that are meaningful, engaging, and psychologically magnetic, building attraction in a way that is subtle, profound, and enduring. Subtle physical cues are one of the most effective tools older women use to attract younger men, and they work because attraction is often rooted in non-verbal communication long before words are exchanged. The way someone carries themselves, gestures, or even the way they orient their body communicates volumes on a subconscious level. Older women who master these cues create an invisible current of chemistry that draws younger men in without saying a single overtly flirtatious word. This is powerful because the human brain is wired to notice subtle signals of interest, comfort, and availability, and these signals often speak louder than words ever could. Eye contact is one of the simplest yet most compelling cues. When a woman maintains steady, warm eye contact, it signals confidence, presence, and attentiveness. For a younger man, this creates a sense of connection and intrigue. The intensity of prolonged eye contact can increase attraction by subtly stimulating the brain's arousal and reward centers. Paired with a slight smile, it communicates both interest and friendliness, which feels inviting without being aggressive. The combination is a delicate balance that older women often navigate naturally because they are attuned to the subtle rhythms of social and romantic interaction. Another powerful cue is body orientation and proximity. Leaning in slightly while maintaining personal space demonstrates engagement and attentiveness, signaling that she is fully present in the interaction. Mirroring gestures, posture, or subtle movements can also create rapport on a subconscious level, making a younger man feel in sync with her energy. This non-verbal harmony fosters comfort and a sense of connection that is psychologically rewarding. When done naturally, it enhances enhances attraction by making the interaction feel effortless and emotionally aligned. Touch is another subtle but potent tool. A light touch on the arm, a playful tap, or a gentle brush can create a spark of physical chemistry without crossing boundaries. Physical touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which strengthens emotional connection and fosters feelings of closeness. Older women who use touch appropriately and confidently signal both warmth and interest, creating a sense of intimacy that words alone cannot convey. It's the gentle, fleeting touches that often leave a lasting impression, making interactions memorable and charged with potential. Facial expressions and micro-expressions also play a critical role. A raised eyebrow, a playful smirk, or a knowing glance can communicate interest, curiosity, or teasing in ways that feel subtle yet irresistible. Younger men are naturally attuned to these micro-signals, often perceiving them before consciously realizing it. The psychological effect is profound. It engages their attention, stimulates curiosity, and subtly encourages them to respond, creating a dynamic interplay that deepens attraction. Even small adjustments in posture, such as standing tall, keeping shoulders relaxed, or subtly shifting weight towards someone during conversation, communicate confidence and openness. Older women who master these nuances signal security and poise, qualities that younger men find deeply appealing because they convey stability, emotional maturity, and self-assurance. These cues, while subtle, create a powerful combination of intrigue, warmth, and desire, all operating beneath the level of conscious thought. Ultimately, subtle physical cues are effective because they engage both the emotional and instinctual parts of the brain. They create chemistry, foster comfort, and communicate interest without the need for words, making interactions feel natural, magnetic, and memorable. Older women who use these signals thoughtfully and confidently can captivate younger men effortlessly, leaving impressions that are lasting, psychologically compelling, and deeply attractive. Emotional intelligence is one of the most subtle yet powerful tools older women use to attract younger men, and its impact is often underestimated because it operates largely beneath the surface. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage both one's own emotions and the emotions of others. For older women, this translates into an almost instinctive awareness of how a younger man is feeling at any given moment and how to respond in a way that fosters attraction. Younger men are highly sensitive to emotional cues, even if they aren't consciously aware of it, and women who can navigate this landscape with skill naturally draw them in. One of the key aspects of emotional intelligence is empathy. When a woman can intuitively sense when a younger man is nervous, uncertain, or excited, she can respond in a way that validates his experience and makes him feel understood. This creates a strong sense of emotional safety, which is incredibly appealing because many younger men are still learning to manage their own emotions or to express vulnerability. When someone else can provide that calm, intuitive understanding without judgment, it creates a deep sense of connection that is difficult to replicate through physical attraction or surface-level flirtation alone. Another aspect of emotional intelligence is timing. Older women with high emotional intelligence know when to engage and when to step back. They understand the ebb and flow of conversation, when to be playful, when to be serious, and when to offer space. This skill creates a rhythm in interactions that feels natural and captivating. Younger men are often drawn to women who do not overreact, who can handle emotional complexities with grace, and who are able to maintain balance under pressure. It signals maturity and reliability, which subconsciously communicates that she is someone worth investing attention and energy in. Emotional intelligence also enhances attraction through the ability to manage tension and curiosity. Women who can read subtle shifts in mood or energy can create a delicate push and pull dynamic that stimulates interest. For example, a knowing smile when a younger man teases her, or a gentle, empathetic response when he shares something personal, keeps interactions layered with intrigue and emotional engagement. This subtle navigation of emotions encourages deeper investment because it triggers the brain's reward system, creating anticipation and excitement with every exchange. Older women also use emotional intelligence to mirror and amplify positive emotions. By reflecting excitement, humor, or passion back at a younger man, they create a sense of shared experience that strengthens connection. This mirroring effect is subconscious but powerful. It signals that she is attuned to him, creating the sensation that she gets him on a level that few others do. In a world where many interactions are rushed, shallow, or performative, this depth of engagement feels rare and magnetic. Furthermore, emotional intelligence allows older women to handle conflict or disagreements gracefully. Rather than reacting defensively or emotionally, they can maintain composure, acknowledge perspectives, and navigate tension without escalating it. This calm and measured approach signals stability and control, which are incredibly attractive qualities because they provide reassurance. Younger men instinctively recognize this as a sign of someone who can handle challenges in a relationship and offer support rather than drama. Ultimately, emotional intelligence is a form of silent, sophisticated attraction. It operates beneath words and appearances, influencing perception and connection on a deep psychological level. Older women who harness this skill create interactions that are engaging, stimulating, and safe, fostering both immediate attraction and long-term interest. Their ability to read, respond to, and guide emotions makes them profoundly magnetic to younger men, combining empathy, timing, and subtle psychological insight in a way that is irresistible, natural, and enduring. Mystery and independence are two of the most captivating traits older women use to attract younger men, and they work on a profound psychological level. Mystery is not about playing games or being intentionally difficult. It is about maintaining a sense of depth and complexity that invites curiosity. Independence, on the other hand, signals self-sufficiency, confidence, and a life full of experiences. When combined, these qualities create an aura that naturally draws younger men in because they stimulate both the mind and the emotions. Humans are instinctively curious about what they do not fully understand, and older women who cultivate a life outside of their romantic interactions give off signals that there is always more to discover. This makes the relationship feel dynamic, exciting, and never mundane. An independent woman demonstrates that she has her own passions, goals, and social circles. She is not waiting around for validation or attention, and this sends a strong psychological signal of self-worth. Younger men are instinctively drawn to individuals who have a life rich with experiences because it suggests that they will bring new perspectives, energy, and inspiration into the relationship. Independence communicates that she is not desperate or needy, which paradoxically increases attraction. By showing that she is content on her own, she encourages younger men to value her presence and to appreciate the effort it takes to be part of her life. It's the subtle allure of someone who is complete in herself that creates respect and intrigue. Mystery enhances this attraction by creating a sense of unpredictability and curiosity. Older women often share enough about themselves to engage, but they leave room for discovery. They hint at experiences, stories, and passions without revealing every detail immediately. This approach triggers the brain's reward system because humans are naturally motivated to seek closure and understand what is partially unknown. Younger men find themselves wanting to learn more, to explore, and to invest effort into uncovering the layers. Mystery adds depth to interactions and prevents the dynamic from becoming predictable or boring. It keeps the emotional tension alive, which is a key driver of attraction. The combination of mystery and independence also establishes a balance of power that is psychologically appealing. When a woman is independent, she does not bend to every demand or expectation, and when she maintains mystery, she does not make herself fully predictable. Younger men respond to this because it presents a challenge without hostility. It engages their problem-solving instincts, creativity, and desire to connect. In essence, it transforms attraction into an active participatory process rather than a passive experience. They are drawn to someone who is self-contained yet intriguing, someone who stimulates them mentally and emotionally as well as physically. Independence and mystery are also reflected in behavior and lifestyle. Older women who maintain interests, hobbies, and friendships outside of a romantic context naturally exude these traits. Whether it's pursuing a career, traveling, learning new skills, or engaging in personal projects, these activities signal that she is fulfilled and curious about life. Mystery is reinforced when she shares these experiences selectively, allowing a younger man glimpses into her world without exposing everything at once. This combination makes her presence more compelling and ensures that attraction is maintained over time rather than fading after initial interactions. Finally, these traits foster respect, admiration, and desire simultaneously. Independence communicates competence and self-assuredness, while mystery creates intrigue and curiosity. Together, they make older women exceptionally magnetic to younger men because they are psychologically stimulating, emotionally engaging, and visually compelling. Mystery and independence operate subtly, often unconsciously influencing attraction, yet they are among the most effective ways to create a lasting, meaningful connection that feels exciting, dynamic, and deeply rewarding. At the end of the day, attraction is never just about looks or superficial gestures. It is about presence, connection, and the way a woman makes a man feel in her orbit. Older women who master confidence, playful teasing, active listening, subtle physical cues, emotional intelligence, and the balance of mystery and independence create an invisible force that draws younger men effortlessly. These traits work on a deep psychological level, stimulating curiosity, trust, and desire in ways that words alone cannot achieve. By understanding and embracing these principles, women don't just attract attention, they create meaningful, magnetic connections that are memorable, exciting, and enduring. True attraction is as much about energy, awareness, and authenticity as it is about any single action. And when cultivated intentionally, it becomes a powerful and irresistible force.